Hello everyone, welcome back here. In this episode here, got one of those another freebie coupons where if you buy a certain amount, this one requires a $59.99 purchase, which I can do, a lot of stuff that I get. Of course, I'm building a trailer, so getting a lot of stuff here to do that. Anyways, this is a free 3-inch high-speed air cutter. Normally you can buy it, but since it's free, I might as well go ahead and try it out. And for those of you who are coming back, welcome back. Anybody new out there, welcome. And my videos are all uncut, unedited, raw footage in first-person view. So because of that, they're typically long, so feel free to skip through. If there's more than one episode, I'll usually put a playlist at the beginning. So if you want to see the last episode or anything like that, or you can choose the episode you want to see, go ahead and do that. So, like I said, if you're watching this recently, you'll definitely, I'll put the coupon on my Google Drive. If you go under description and click on show more, if you're on your computer, you'll see a link to my Google Drive where you'll see this coupon, and hopefully it's not too late for some of you. If it is too late, well, you'll probably want to subscribe or check back frequently and see what new coupons. Usually I'll do an episode, especially on the freebies like this. So anyways, let's get started, shall we? So I did open the box, and okay, just to make sure everything's there. This is what's in the box. It's a bright sunny day. So this is kind of what it looks like. Of course, you just pull this back, and it's going to reveal the plug for the air inlet. I guess you'll need a goodness, you'll probably need a plug for this, which, by the way, I got for 99 cents here on Father's Day. I knew this would come in handy, and what do you know? Look at that. Doesn't get any better than that, does it? Okay, I'm just going to pull out of the box. I'll probably do something. I don't have a blade for it, but one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take this part off, because, when you're sawing, you really can't see what's in here, and it tells you the rotation is spinning this way. But when you have it covered, I know it's there for your safety, but you should always wear safety protective gear anyway, which includes a helmet, something like like this, perhaps. I got the blue flame, or a face shield as well. Oops, excuse me. Pull out the face shield, something like this. It's a little dirty. It's not that clear, but it does the job. And trust me, after a couple stings on your face and your arms, you probably want to wear an apron, and helps have, if you're welding, you grind a lot, have some gloves as well, something like this. So, but anyways, you can't really see what you're grinding if you really want that accurate cut. So I'm going to do the same thing I did with my angle grinder. The difference between an angle grinder, of course, the angle grinder is flat, spinning this way. This one's going to be spinning this way, so I can see some good uses on this. Maybe I don't have to be, if I took this off, I don't have to limit myself to a 3-inch. Let's see if it's really 3 inches. Yeah, it's going to be a 3-inch. So if you wanted to cut something deep, you really couldn't go that deep. If you had a 7-inch disc, maybe. I don't know how reasonable that would be, but that's what I've been using on the angle grinder. And the thing about the 7-inch disc, cut-off wheel disc, um, is that it basically goes down here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is like a 7-inch disc, cut-off disc that you typically see at Harbor Freight, really cheap. See, 7-inch cut-off wheel for it's for the metal cutting circular saw, but I use it anyway for my regular circular saw. Seems to work just fine. Just you wear the proper gear. So this, I usually start off with this, and then it becomes something like this. Now look at that. You see the size difference? So this was this. And after you cut for a while, it just reduces in size. So if you want to get an idea on size here, okay. So right now it is at 7 inches. Now if we do this for this one, you'll see it's more like a 5 inches, about 5 inches. I can't get to. So yeah, about 5 inches if you go down. So it already lost 2 inches just from grinding. And so what I'm going to do actually is, and you know I'm cheap, you don't have to buy a 3-inch cutoff wheel. See what I did is, if you remember this episode, I'll put a link on here. I removed the whatever, the protective sleeving on this, and I greased the the gear. I use this. Eventually becomes this size. What I might do is, you know, as it becomes smaller, I might go ahead and use it with this. I think 7 could be too big, but you know, something like a 5-inch would be nice. Anyways, that's a different episode here. So this is what it comes with. I'm just trying to show you. I might have to cut in and cut out a lot, and that's what I'll do. But let me show you what else it came with. Came with the collar, and then another Allen wrench. So Allen wrench comes on here to put in your cutoff wheel, I guess. Let's see how far it goes. Yeah, it looks like it goes in pretty far. And this is here to tighten it up. So, but let me see if I can remove this. Let me cut in and cut out here for you. Alright, I'm back. Anyways, I couldn't figure out how to take this thing off, so it was starting to strip along here, so I just decided to give it just cut it off. So here it is. Actually, what I should have done really is the way it's set up. You know, sorry, the way it's set up. I should have just cut right along here. That way I have some protection. But anyways, there it is, and it's not plugged in. But I gave it a test, and for cutting something, you know, thick like this, like I've been doing on the angle grinder, it's hot, is not ideal. It's really meant for something smaller. So if you're gonna buy this and you're thinking about cutting some 3/4 or 1-inch, you know, steel, you can forget about it. There's just not going to be enough power there. Another thing is it's designed more for like sheet metal, stuff like that, and the way I got it done is this isn't exactly centered because I'm using this because I didn't buy the 3-inch cutoff disc that, you know, I think should come with it, but it doesn't come with one. But I did want to show you that it does work. Okay, and so I'm going to do a live test. I just did a practice test on that just to show you and basically let everyone know it's not for cutting, you know, thick stuff. like this angle grinder that I modified. And if you haven't already seen the link, you know, I don't know what to say. Go back and check again for the link if you want to see it. But this definitely works a lot better, and plus, you know, this fits over it pretty good as well. But I'll do another one where it's a little bit thinner, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And also, if you don't have a very large air compressor, if you don't have a large capacity, it's going to slow you down because, of course, you know I got the two here that work together. But even then, and I only did at 40 psi. I didn't max it out to 90. Because the nice thing about working with air is that you can adjust the speed by adjusting the air. So I just want to see what it is like on 40. I believe it requires a, let's see here, it's probably set at 90, 5 CFM at 90, so I'm pretty good with the CFM because I doubled up on my air compressor over there. I'll put a link up there on that if you haven't seen it. So now I'm going to cut out and I'll cut back in and we'll cut something a little bit thinner. Alright? Alright, here we are, and here's the piece. Everything else is just the background, so don't think anything's on there. So there you go. Alright, I'm going to cut this, and it's really thin here. Let me actually show you how thin it is. It's just a square tubing, but it's really small. There you go. See, that's very thin. Not that thick. Looks thicker than it looks. Of course, my handy vise. If you haven't seen my vise, here it is, and I'll put a link on that vise. It took me a little bit over an hour to install it. If you watch the video, you'll understand why. So anyways, let's go back up here and I'll start getting ready. Alright, here I go. Now you got to be careful because the blade rotates this way. You can see it's off center. But I'm sure it worked a lot better if I got the disc for it, but oh well. So right now I got it set at 40, and so that's probably the reason why it's getting stuck. But let me see if I can crank this baby up. go. It does cut through smaller pieces at 90 psi much better than at 40. So I guess if you had the right disc and had a good enough compressor, big enough, this Freebie is not a bad deal. So anyways, that concludes this episode here. And feel free to, like I said, go into my Google Drive and get that free coupon and take advantage of it. So anyways, thanks for tuning in, and watch out for the next episode. Bye now.